Blessings, dear ones. This is Amara, Amethyst, and I'm here to empower you to live your soul purpose. One of the ways that I do that is through offering these collective readings. This reading is intended for all of our highest good to align us with our highest good and highest self as much as possible during the time period between the full moon in Taurus on November 14th and the new moon in Sagittarius on November 29th, 2016. I also offer holistic energy healing sessions and sound healing distantly and in person. Thank you so much for joining me here. And also thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing this video with your friends. So as I said already, this is a general reading intended to offer all of us guidance for our highest good to everybody who watches this video, regardless of whether you're seeing it within the set time period that it's intended for or outside of that time period. If you stumbled across this video, then there's a reason for that, and there's something in here for you. If you are interested in having a personal reading or a session with me, you can contact me at nectarofthegoddesstemple@gmail.com. And I'll also be sharing Facebook Live videos every week in addition to these Lunar Tarot videos on YouTube. And on Facebook, I am Sati Amara Amethyst. All right, and at the end of this reading, I will also be offering some sacred sound healing, which is another one of my gifts. As guided by the angels. So for this reading, I will be using the Fifth Tarot, which is a deck that was created by Martine and Teresina Bakens. I will also be pulling a card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle, created by Dorian Virtue, and the Angels of Atlantis Sound Healing Oracle, created by Stuart Pierce. Some of the messages which I have already received in preparation for this video message are that it's really time, it's a continuation of some of the same themes that we've already been working with. So if you've seen some of my past videos, then you might be more tapped into exactly what it is that I'm talking about. If not, you can go check those out. They're all here on YouTube, or you can just pick up here and keep moving forward. So this time period is a continued time of letting it go. Let it go. Okay, whatever it is for you, let it go completely. And for a lot of us, this is something that we've been clinging to, we've been holding onto it so tightly for a very long time, perhaps even multiple lifetimes. So this is huge, and we have the opportunity now to let it go. And this is more towards the beginning of this period between the full moon and the new moon. Let it go so that you can then move on in the flow. So it's let it go and go with the flow is the general theme that I've been receiving. And also pulling it in, pulling back, drawing your energy back to you from all of the different relationships, all of the different projects, all of the thought patterns or old paradigm belief systems that you have invested yourself and your precious energy into. Now it's time to pull all of that back into yourself. Reinvest your energy and your attention and your intentions into yourself. And so for some of us, this may mean taking the time to figure out, who am I? That's a fun exploration. Who am I? Who is it that is asking this question? Allow yourself some time to sit with that. So, the wheel keeps turning, the wheel of the year. The music of the spheres continues along, and so our cosmic dance of souls continues. And sometimes this dance seems to flow gracefully, and sometimes it's a little more staccato, or a little perhaps feels awkward, but the dance continues. And it's it's a beautiful balance. And we're also being called during this time period to balance stillness with flow. Bring yourself back to stillness and then flow forward towards your highest happiness and joy from this heart-centered, still place. Clarity comes to those who allow. No need to force. Soften, soften, soften. Soften as much as you can. When you have faith enough, or when you feel safe enough, is when you will truly surrender. So what can you do to increase how safe you feel? What can you do to increase the amount of faith flowing through you that you can easily tap into? Sisterhood and brotherhood are powerful frequencies to tap into. They carry so much medicine for us on an individual and collective level right now. Sisterhood and brotherhood. So go ahead and tap into those frequencies as much as you can. Okay, those are all of the messages that I have already received, and now I'll move on to the reading. So in these readings, I call upon my team, the beings who are my guides and in my lineage, and I also call upon your teams if I have your permission. And we're asking to be shown clearly in a way which we can easily understand that which is in our highest good. Two coming out there. That will align us with our highest good for the time period between the full moon in Taurus on November 14th and the new moon in Sagittarius on November 29th, 2016. Here's another one. Yep. One more. Here it is. Those are our tarot cards. I will pick also from the Goddess Guidance Oracle. See which goddess message or messages wishes to come through. It's this one. All right. That's it. And for the sound healing, at the end, we'll turn to the Angels of Atlantis Oracle deck, which is created by sound healer Stuart Pierce. There's a lot of angelic and higher dimensional support available to us all right now. And also another message which I am called to share with everybody is to explore our earthly connections as well. And one way which we can do this is to work with animal teachers. So calling upon the energy of a certain animal, or observing nature. You can also do this by connecting with the elements, but I feel that for most people, it's more so during this time period about connecting with creature teachers, animal spirits, animal medicine. Yes, okay. All right. So first, for our tarot cards, we had two cards that came out at once, and they are the Three of Feathers, Peace, and the Eight of Fire, Fusion. So with the Eight of Fire, Fusion, this card is a balance of fire and water. And it looks like a swirl. It sort of looks like a yin-yang. So there's that essence, that message of balancing masculine and feminine, yin and yang energies, action and stillness, and being receptive and moving, like receiving and giving. And there are some firefish in here as well. Eight is a manifestation number as well, and it's it's fusion. So it is combining these two and finding that right alchemy, that balance of how much of each energy to put forth in order to create, in order to manifest what it is which you would like to manifest into your life. Be it a relationship or a project or money or a new place to live or whatever. It could be anything, but it's finding that right balance. And for everybody, it's going to be different. It's not necessarily going to be 50-50. This is an exploration for each of us that's inviting us to take a deeper look at how we can allow for the balance to come about. Perhaps some of us need to take more action. For some of us, we may need to still ourselves, quiet ourselves more. And there is a big element of flow in this as well, because it almost looks like waves of fire and waves of water, and there's swirling in both of them. So there's really this flow of energy, and there's allowing and following the flow versus like forcing something in a certain direction. Then the Three of Feathers, peace. There are doves in this image, and there's a rainbow behind the clouds. So the feather suit has to do with our mental bodies, our perception of reality, our thought patterns. So this card is reminding us to come back to a space of peace, and also to not get caught up in the way that things may seem on the surface. So for example, it's depicted here as it's a very cloudy day in the forefront, but in the background there's a rainbow shining through. So regardless of how things may appear to us on the surface or how we may be perceiving them at a surface level, there is something going on a deeper level. And there's that underlying peace, which is always available to us when we are in the present moment and when we can bring our minds back to peace. And these two came up together. So this is really bringing our focus and our attention, our thoughts, back to a place of stillness, back to that peaceful space underlying everything else, so that we can then allow for this fusion of what we feel called to actively do and how we feel led to receive, to flow us into the direction of that which we wish to manifest. The next card which we received is the Two of Lotus, empathy. Oh, and also for these first cards, this is they're saying this is the starting point. This is like our primary focus right at the beginning of this time period, is really allowing ourselves to come back to this peaceful space and find that balance. And then we come to this space of empathy. And this is in the Lotus suit, which has to do with our soul, our essence vibration. And empathy, this card shows the colors of the high heart chakra and the heart chakra, green and pink. It also shows gold, a golden lemniscate, which is this figure 8, which is a very powerful healing symbol. And also the gold frequency is the frequency of Christ consciousness, the frequency of awakening. It is an all-powerful healing frequency as well. And it shows this figure 8, this infinity, coming straight through 2 interlocking hearts. And there are 2 lotuses, 2 souls perhaps, or just the reflection of our own soul. And this card calls on us for empathy for ourselves and having empathy for others as well, recognizing that we are all on a soul path, a soul journey through this life and through this world, and recognizing each other on a deeper level as souls versus on a more surface level, finding that oneness, that connection point for us. And this is person to person, but with the soul suit, this also calls us to expand that view also to perhaps star beings or other dimensional beings, angels, our guides, ancestors, any and all aspects of ourselves, which are existing in different space-time realities and different dimensions. I'm feeling also reminded about when I was talking earlier about returning our energy to ourselves. The next card which we received is the Apprentice of Shells. So more water. This woman, this being, is looking at her naked reflection in the water. And this feels very resonant for this time period of all of us really taking an honest and authentic look at all of ourselves, our truth, how we are showing up in this world. And also of all that we are and can be. There are also lots of orbs and dragonflies in this image, which suggests multidimensionality or the ability to move between worlds. And then we end with the One of Shells, abundance. And so in this we see a pearl floating. I kind of see it as a pearl floating down into this open shell and really being available and open to receive abundance. And this, of course, starts on an energetic level. And this card is in the water suit. So this has to do with our emotions. This has to do with our subconscious, with our feminine receiving side. So this is saying be open to receive the abundance of beauty that is available to you and that is coming to you. Be open to receive it. Be available to receive it. Be present to receive all of the gifts which are coming to you. This could be material gifts, this could be friendships, joy, laughter, anything. It's all coming to us. So allow yourself to receive. The Goddess Guidance Oracle card, which we received, is Sulis, bodies of water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. So beautiful. And so poignant, such beautiful timing as well right now when so many of us are focused on protecting the waters and on standing with the Standing Rock Reservation. And we're seeing so many people come together over the realization that water is life right now. This card is saying to go out and connect with these living waters. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Go spend time near the ocean if you live near the ocean, or at a river, or a creek, or a spring, or a lake, or a pond. Or if it's raining or snowing take joy in that as well. And this is also a reminder of us to recharge our batteries. So this could, if you can't make it out as much as you would like to a freshwater source, you can take a bath or take a shower or something where you are surrounding yourself with water. You can make offerings to the water if you go to fresh water, or even just at your own kitchen sink. You can create a little altar to water, and every time you use your running water in your house, say a little blessing, a prayer for all of the waters on this planet. May all waters be unrestricted and fresh and protected. May all beings have access to clean and safe water. Thank you, thank you, thank you, water. Okay. Beautiful. And the angel card which we received is the Archangel Uriel, freedom. We see a Sufi whirling here, is twirling around, doing this cosmic dance, doing this spinning, and yet remaining in this very centered, connected place, and knowing that we are ultimately free, and we can tap into this freedom through movement as well as through stillness. It is always there. It is the truth of who we are. And if we're feeling pressured, or if we're feeling that we are not free, if we're under the misconception that we are not free, you can call upon the angel Uriel to support you through that feeling. I'm going to see what the sound is for this. Uriel. Freedom. Asking you to free up your thinking and feeling, for you are the only jailer that may be keeping your consciousness prisoner. Every aspect of your consciousness is a choice, and if you have made an inaccurate choice, choose again. That is the meaning of the word mistake. If this is what you missed, take again. This time, by liberating the conviction of your love for self, you will spring your soul from its prison. Ask Uriel to show you alternative choices. Because they resonate of pure love, they will also free you from your thought jail and take you to consequences you may never have dreamed of. Uriel wants you to chant He, and thence to release the feeling of being held back. The He will literally clear your mind. Place it in your forehead or vestigial third eye, the sixth chakra. Guidance is imminent, and once more you will dance with the infinite. Beautiful. So I will end here with a little bit of sound healing. I'll use a crystal bowl, and I have this bowl here, which is an alchemy crystal singing bowl. It is made of rhodochrosite, and it resonates with the frequency of the pineal gland, which is close to the third eye. And I'll chant He, and if you would like to join me, you can do that, or you can simply bring your awareness to your third eye, the sixth chakra, in the middle of your forehead, but also back a little bit in the middle of your head. And we'll chant He to invite this freedom. Blessings, dear ones.